Everyone, very good morning to everybody who are presented here for the pre-market outlook session for the date of 8th September 2025. This day also going to define the rest of the days in the week, even for the next few sessions in the entire month. Since we have completed the last week, ended with a positive note by engulfing the negativity occurred in a week ago prior to the ended week. So that engulfing actions and efforts, how it can be happen means, see the behavior after opening above 24,700 and 850 levels because of the great boost for the market in the current scenario about the GST reforms. So that helped the markets to almost nearing the level of 25,000, just 20 points only short to that level. So in that way, the market cheered, but it could not manage or maintained or sustained above the levels. So it has, based on the profit booking and the lack of follow through buying action, the markets almost came back to the zone of 24,700 levels, even closed below that also. So in the mean of these ups and downs happened for the recent ended week, the Nifty is giving a confirmation about it is having a strong bottom support, it is maintaining, or it is having like, but while it is trying to move further up or move up even by a 0.5% of up move also, based on the resistance or capping zone it is having on the charts, technically the Nifty is getting rejected. So based on this rejection based selling only, market is going to witness for the current week as well. How it is actually being confirmed means, as long as the 24,400 as a support zone for the Nifty, as long as it is holding, as long as it is maintaining this one as a support, one can get the confirmation that the market is totally on the positive side with a consolidation or a sideways manner, as long as it is holding that particular 24,400 level. Once it breaks that too in a decisive manner, there only we can shift our focus to build the law, that means the short positions by the way of breakdown. While one can ask the question like, so why it is not actually giving the way for taking the long position or building the long positions means, see, you have to mind about the resistance point where the Nifty or Sensex is really trading. If it is near to that resistance zones, there the building of the long position or constructing the long positions will not be helped you to gain the money or make the money. So where only one can get awareness about the Nifty is going to attract the selling because of the habitual activities it has already recorded on the chart, and which is also being still acting a core points for the Nifty or Sensex. So in that particular resistance or capping zone, one should focus on building the short from the rejection point of view, not from the breakdown point of view, which has not confirmed by the Nifty, but on the rejection side, it has already many times confirmed. So we have to change our stance from positive to negative while it is trying to approach the resistance zones of 25,000, hardly to be say, but in a minor way, it is having around 24,000 930 to 24,950 zone also. In a minor way of rejections we can see. But that and all for the risky traders one can take. If you are a safe trader, you can straight away look out the resistance point which is having a core impact on the market about to that 25,000 zone in Nifty spot value we are telling. So while approaching in this manner, you can easily make the money even in a decent manner or a nominal manner if they are actually who are all looking for making good money or a higher level of money making mean one should actually build the shorts in a higher way while the Nifty is getting approaching around the 25,000 zone. So this is what the strategy one can follow, not based on the breakdown. It is of course based on the resistance or capping zone based rejections where you can focus on building the short positions or buying the put option. Until then, this is only going to make you all happy that until it is getting rejected around the zones of resistance points, one can keep building the long or keep holding the long positions by keeping 24,700 as the support for the day, 24,400 as support from the positional perspective. So which would be acting as a core support zone until it is getting broken. No worries, you can clearly and confidently follow the or build the long position. So hope you all got the information about the trends based on the behavior and the levels till now discussed. Then we can see the opening trend for the September 8 on the Nifty side would be on positive. Because of the favorable conditions across the major Asian and other regions, so which is helping the Nifty to poised to open on positive note, and the negativity what the Nifty already having is being eroded or being adjusted with the strength it is gaining, particularly in this kind of opening. So this open will help you out to gauge the Nifty's total days movement, like if it is holding the first 15 to 30 minutes low or high, the range would be in a very tight manner one can expect. That sideways trend may be even tighter than the previous days if it is not breaking above or below the first 15 minutes to 30 minutes high or low. In case imaging like it has broken the first 15 to 30 minutes high point on the Nifty side, one can think of building the long, and vice versa for the short side also or lower side also, one can think of making short positions, constructing short positions or holding them if the Nifty breaks below 24, that means first 15 to 30 minutes low side. For these kind of strategies to be built or deployed, one should actually make down the levels as well besides your strategies. What are the levels? For the day, as mentioned in the report, the probability for trading between 24,700 and 24,900 would be happening today. And even that first 30 minutes, that means 15 to 30 minutes high and low, if it is falling between this 24,700 and 900 means you can get the confirmation by the trend until it is breaking these 200 points ranges. No one can actually think of the direction about the either side the market will get like it. Because non-directional trade only we can expect if it is trading between these 2 points. If it breaks below that or above that levels mentioned, then we can see the Nifty trying to get the direction for the further movements and all. That is what the strategies for approaching the Nifty we discussed till now. And for making this kind of move, the primary sectors one can focus like banking, financial services, metal, auto, and multinational corporations. These are all the core sectors to be watched out, along with some more thing like oil and gas, realty, pharmaceuticals. So these also can be secondary way of sectors one can add it. And from the sectors front, we can have this kind of sectors impact on the today's market. On the other hand, the day traders can focus stocks like Vedanta Limited based on news, BHEL also based on news, Arabindo Pharma and Zydus Life Sciences based on US FDA news, and NTPC Green, finally it is Adani Green Power. So these are all the stocks based on news only we have listed today that can be focused for making good opportunity while trading. From the positional way of approaches, as long as the Nifty, as mentioned earlier also, holding the 24,400, the long positions only can be focused through the way of making the or building the longs around the support zones of 24,700 even, 24,600, 500, 400, wherever you can, in the 100 points of a gap, one can take it. But 24,400 will be the bigger range where one can build the as much as because the stop loss will be or support would be very near to the positions where you are going to build. So the 24,500 to 400, if you are trying to build the position, means just not even 100 points of stop loss you are having for the reward or target of 25,000. That means almost 600 points, so over 500 points you can get from if you are tactically approaching the Nifty while it is trying to approach the support zone. And if it is doing so, 25,000 would be acting as a core capping point for the near future, and breaking above would help the Nifty to move towards the more than the 25,000. That was just a psychological barrier, not a technical one. But the technical based barrier, which is only going to act in a bigger way than the psychological one. So that is lying around the 25,150. That means exactly to be say 25,145. So for breaking this level, the 25,000 level breach out might be helping. And once it closes about 25,145 for the consecutive 2 trading days, means where one can get the signal for 25,300 and 500 zones probably happening with a nominal kind of pullbacks and also expected. So that's it from today's pre-market space with their tactics to approach on Nifty. Discussed about trends along with the levels to be monitored. So in all the way, the sectors, stocks also discussed. Hope this particular kind of pre-market reports and all will be making everyone to understand the total day's behavior, how the markets, stocks, sectors going to witness, and allowing you everyone to have informed trading decisions, either the market within direction or without having any direction. So that is what the strength of this behavior analysis. We hope it is actually proving every time, almost maximum of time it has proved. So the proof might be aware by those who are clearly following the trends level strategies we are discussing. So thanks you for participating in today's pre-market session. We wish everyone to have a prosperous trading day. So we can conclude today's session and meet again in tomorrow's pre-market outlook session. Thanks again. Bye-bye.